You're watching Eyewitness News at 11 on WUTR.
As top New York State lawmakers consider redrawing the state's congressional maps ahead of schedule, legal experts and top Republicans are sharing their views on those efforts. Our Capitol correspondent Jamie DeLine has continuing coverage.
Republican lawmakers in Texas are trying to redraw their state's congressional map mid-decade to give their party 5 more seats in Washington next year. Jeff Weiss, a redistricting expert and adjunct professor at New York Law School, says it's difficult to predict what will happen if they're successful and other states follow.
Not a good idea. Not one that I recommend, not one that the constitutional founders ever envisioned, nor have the courts. So we're really getting into uncharted areas.
Despite that, New York could possibly be one of those states. A bill has been proposed to amend the New York State Constitution.
If Republicans are willing to rewrite these rules to give themselves an advantage, then they're leaving us no choice. We must do the same.
An amendment has been introduced to allow mid-decade congressional redistricting if other states change their lines first. If approved, the soonest it could go into effect is for the 2028 election. Currently, New York State's constitution requires an independent redistricting commission to agree on a set of maps. However, it failed to do so during the last redistricting process, resulting in lawsuits.
The commission is not the perfect redistricting method, as others accuse the legislature of not being the best method. So there'll be a good, lively debate on this.
Governor Kathy Hochul says she would like to see the state's commission disbanded or changed. Republican Assembly Leader Will Barkley shared his thoughts.
The fact that we have an independent redistricting commission attempts to take as much as it possibly can politics out of the process, even though that completely worked last time. The idea that she's willing to give that up just kind of goes to show that she's willing to put politics over policy and public policy, and I think it's very, very troublesome.
Voters approved a constitutional amendment to implement the commission back in 2014, something the League of Women Voters New York thinks should remain in place. But that being said,
there are a lot of ways that the current system could be improved, and we're currently taking a look at what some of those changes might be.
In Albany, I'm Jamie DeLine.
Tonight, President Trump himself is weighing in on the redistricting efforts across the country. California is planning a countermove, and some Republican leaders are calling for the FBI to get involved. Here to break it all down is Washington, D.C. correspondent Hannah Brandt.
For now, Texas Democrats have blocked a vote on new maps by taking refuge in Democrat states. But this fight is only escalating as political leaders jockey for an advantage in the 2026 midterms. Although Texas Democrats' strategic travel successfully prevented Monday's vote on redistricting, state leaders seem confident they'll eventually be able to approve new maps that could hand Republicans 5 additional congressional seats.
While our work may be delayed, whether it's tomorrow or next week, the House will complete its required duties.
The Texas House issued arrest warrants for the absent Democrats, and Governor Greg Abbott authorized state troopers to track them down and bring them back. And now Senator John Cornyn is asking the FBI to help state law enforcement with those arrests.
I'll pay that price for America. And I think everyone behind me would say they would do the same.
This battle has national implications. If Texas Republicans are successful, it could give their party a major advantage heading into the 2026 midterm elections. And holding on to control of the House is crucial if GOP leaders want to continue advancing President Trump's agenda.
We have an opportunity in Texas to pick up 5 seats. We have a really good governor, and we have good people in Texas, and we are entitled to 5 more seats.
But Democrats are fighting back. In California, lawmakers are considering a plan to undercut Texas changes by redrawing their own maps to create 5 new Democratic districts.
Now is not the time for one party to play by the rules while the other party has completely ignored them. So they've decided to cheat. And we're going to respond in kind.
The governors of New York and Illinois have also suggested they're open to redistricting in their states to give Democrats more seats. In Washington, I'm Hannah Brandt.
Former New York Congressman Mark Molinaro, who recently lost his re-election campaign to